your own smartness, your own belief that you will recognize very quickly the right path, the signs that something is good for you, that belief can almost be the most dangerous thing you have to come across. That when I was young, I believed I was smarter than everyone, and then I believed I could recognize opportunities better than anyone. It's Conor here on the rooftop of ES in Barcelona, and I wanted to talk about an idea that comes from a story. And the story is there's a miner, and he's got his hands on one of the best gold mines, and he's gone down digging and digging and digging, and when he comes out, people ask, how did it go? It's the best gold mine. What did you find? He said, I found nothing. And he kept finding all these bits of green metal and throwing them away. And he was looking for gold. And when you find gold in a gold mine, it's not gold. It needs to be processed before it turns into the shiny yellow metal that we know of in the jewelers as gold. When you find it in a mine, it's dirty and green because it's oxidized and it needs to be treated with acid. So if you're in a gold mine looking for gold, you're going to be disappointed. And I think often in life, if you're very clear what you think opportunity is going to look like, and you believe you can recognize opportunity and what's useful when it's going to pop up, you can be disappointed. I think so often the great opportunities in my life have come out of left field, have come at an angle. They haven't been exactly where I've been expecting them. And I was teaching on a couple of different programs over the last couple of weeks, and I taught on the MBA here at ESA for the first time in a long time. And it just struck me, the attitude in the room is very much one of, we know what's important and we know what's unimportant, and we know when we'll pay attention and we know when we can check out because it's no longer important. And it struck me, I was exactly like that. I thought I could spot opportunity. I thought I knew what it looked like. As I've grown on and older, I think opportunities, the really important opportunities in your life, are like the gold in a gold mine. It doesn't shine and it doesn't look like what you're expecting. It needs to be processed. Gold needs to be processed through acid to become the yellow shiny metal. And the great opportunities in life, sometimes the packaging is not beautiful, and sometimes they're not exactly in the line that you expect to find them. So to me, I've been trying to cultivate this idea in myself of how to remain open at all times, remain open to ideas, to people, to the ideas that are just outside in left field. I think Tom Peters used to say, you have to have lunch or dinner with a crazy person once a month, because 11 of the months it'll be lunch or dinner with a crazy person. One of the months it's going to be lunch with a genius. And you need to go through 11 crazy people to find the genius. And likewise, you need to recognize that the great opportunities may not present themselves at exactly the time and the place and in the way you're looking for. So my question to you, and a reminder for myself, is how to stay open for the opportunities that are not in straight line of sight, not exactly like you're looking. How do you do this in your life? How do you find a way of maintaining a Shoshin attitude? Shoshin, and Shoshin is beginner's mind. And George talks about often it is what we know that gets in the way of what we need to learn. And there's an idea that to me is quite profound, that in a gold mine, if you're searching for gold in a gold mine, you're going to be disappointed, because in a gold mine, gold doesn't look like gold. What ways could I convey this idea to an MBA class that someone 25, 28 years old who's very smart, very driven, very clear on what they want to achieve, how to package the idea that sometimes your own smartness, your own belief that you will recognize very quickly the right path, the signs that something is good for you, that belief can almost be the most dangerous thing you have to come across. That when I was young, I believed I was smarter than everyone, and then I believed I could recognize opportunities better than anyone. I remember my first project at Accenture, I was asked to look, I was part of a team that looked at new technologies and decided what impact they might have on the future of our clients. And one of the technologies I was given 6 weeks to look at was the internet. So myself, age 21, first job in a suit, I was asked to look at the internet. And at this time it was the Netscape browser, green on black. And I looked at it, and I think the report said it will have an impact, but I did not see the degree to which the internet was going to have an impact on our lives. And it was probably my own smartness and my own belief that I knew all the answers that limited my ability to see the impact this technology could have. So, back then I could have bought every domain. I could have bought Amazon.com if I'd known. But I was so clear that I would be able to recognize a good opportunity when I see it, a good path to take when I see it. I think now looking back, some of the greatest opportunities, the greatest people who've made a difference in my life, the first time I met them or the first time I looked at it, it perhaps didn't look like much. It took a bit of work, much like the gold miner processing the raw gold from the mine through an acid bath so that it turns into the yellow gold that is sold in the jeweler shop. Anyway, something to reflect on. How do you stay open to opportunities that don't look like opportunities? Have a great one. Conor up here, thank you for your subscribes, your likes, your comments, your questions. Keep them coming in. It keeps me motivated to keep making these videos. Have a great one. I would love comments and reflections on this idea. Shoshin, your reflections, how to convey it to others. And if you know a bit of Chinese, what does Shoshin mean? What's the translation?